Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions second anniversary special. Today, this is a special show. ArtCo Drone Solutions is 2 years old today. This channel started back in 2018. Back when I started flying drones, I had a few drone videos. I had them on another channel, and then I started this channel, and I started moving those videos over to here. And most of those videos were from my DJI Phantom 3 Standard, and learned a lot from that drone, and that drone was so easy to fly. Stefan Nobles, welcome to the show. So this show is a celebration of my second anniversary. We've done over 60 live streams. I have my regular show on Saturdays. And lately, because of the shutdown, I've been doing special daily shows. I did a couple with some old comedian friends of mine last week. Those were a lot of fun. Rodney Bell, welcome to the show. Jay Bird, welcome. And so I've been doing some special shows, and I've got people coming in, and let's welcome our first guest, Ron Lockwood.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very good.
Well, congratulations to you.
Well, thank you. And how's the weather up there in South Dakota?
It is a little breezy, a little chilly today. 2 days ago, we had 60s, 70s. Even had the two-wheeler out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've been having some pretty nasty wind, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you down there?
Well, it looks like it's a little breezy, but not as bad as yesterday. I went out fishing yesterday, and it was a nice, warm day, but sadly, I didn't catch anything. I think the water level is still a little cool. I've been seeing other people on other different fishing pages on Facebook. They're catching fish, so I think maybe
Huh? Are you going for trout?
No, I was going for carp.
Carp? Okay.
Yeah, they are fun to catch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I say hi to Bill at Coast to Coast Drones and Sonia, Nature's Beauty. Welcome to the show. All right. So, yeah, my fishing channel's more towards carp and catfish, but not exclusively. I do other fish on that channel. So,
well, get you up here, Art. Put you in the four-wheeler. It's about a half hour to 45-minute ride up through the woods. I have a four-seater side-by-side.
Uh-huh.
And I've got a little private pond. It's like a pond / lake. It is loaded with trout.
Oh, and, boy.
Yeah, not a lot of people go there.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of way back in the woods.
Oh, nice.
It's a little county park or county campground.
Right.
Not a lot of people go there at all. And the most you'll find there is 3 or 4 people at the most. Most times I go there, there's nobody there.
Wow.
And I took a friend of mine visiting from Pennsylvania a couple years ago. He came, and we went there in 2 days. We caught 70 trout.
Wow, that's awesome.
Back in, but kept a few. But yeah, we'll get you up here. Yeah.
Yep. I imagine they're rainbows.
We had rainbows and brownies in there.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to bring a gun, we'll shoot a prairie dog or two while you're up here. Yeah.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
If not, I've got a couple extras. So.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the weather is a little cool today. It's supposed to be in the 70s on Friday, and then Sunday, the high temperature is going to be 30 degrees with snow.
I better check the weather for up north.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm heading up there back to the front lines tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. Now, how's it looking out there? Is it starting, the curve starting to flatten out?
Yeah, a little. I don't know. I haven't been up there in 8 days.
Okay.
They have put a whole bunch of new restrictions on us.
Right.
We're not even allowed in the building I work in until my partner called me yesterday and said we're allowed in one door. There's a table set up in there. You have to have your temperature taken and then put a mask on before you completely walk into the building. And then unless we are in our assigned bedrooms, we have to put a mask on at all times.
Wow.
So, and I'm assuming while we're flying too. That's tough. I had a problem a couple weeks ago where my N95 wasn't sealing properly, and when they test you for those things, you're sat in a chair, and the lady's sitting there with a machine, and we have to get tested, I think, once or twice a year.
Right.
Do what they call a fit test, and she'll say, "Okay, breathe," and then they make you talk. And while the machine's testing you, and then they make you turn your head side to side, and that's all fine, but that's not reality. I'm walking up and down steps, picking up bags of equipment, lifting 200-300 pound patients.
Right.
You're sweating. That thing is sliding off you.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So they have us wear an N95 and a surgical mask over top of that, so you get that kind of claustrophobic sensation. And then if your mask is not sealed real properly, then when you're hot and sweating, then your goggles fog up.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
So, yeah, it's been kind of tough.
Yeah. Well, I want to say hello to Rick Halbert and Andrew to the show. Welcome, welcome. Wow. Yeah, that would be. Oh, and Timeless Truths just got in. Welcome to the show. Yeah, boy, that sounds like a tough deal there. I wear a CPAP mask at night, and I gotta get situated in the bed to where the mask will fit me properly, and I don't get any leaks. Otherwise, in the wintertime, that's pulling air from out of the atmosphere and throwing it on my face, and it gets cold.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. How are things at your work, Art? Or I know you said
we're shut down till the 20th. Hey, we got some special people in. We got the one and only Ken Heron, who doesn't know how to use his phone. Put sideways, Ken. Hamburger size, Ken.
Yeah. No vertical video.
There we go. And then we have Mitch, old guy on the phone.
Is that Mitch?
Hey, yeah. How you doing?
Hey, Mitch, how you doing?
Good, Ken. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you for fixing Art's FPV drone.
Hey.
Look at that. That's great.
Look,
yeah, I'm gonna hate to give it back to him. It's a pretty nice little drone.
Art, are you getting any better at FPV?
Well, I've got a little EMAX Easy Fly drone. I'm still trying to get that working.
Can you still see me? What happened to my face there?
I don't know.
Huh. Let me see.
There we go.
There you are.
Yeah.
I don't know how to stream. Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't had much time to fly FPV lately
Right.
anyway.
Mhm.
So what is this? Is this your 2-year thing? What is it?
Yes, ArtCo Drone Solutions started on this day 2 years ago.
Awesome. There's
Yeah.
again.
That's
Congrats,
a lot
man.
longer than I've been doing it, Art. I had to take some lessons from you.
And then who is that Ron?
Yeah,
Ron Lockwood.
we met before, Ken. I was on your live stream about a year or so ago from South Dakota, helicopter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just I don't use my phone usually. I use the bigger screens for stuff.
Oh.
I can't see with my old eyes. That's why I need a huge screen there.
I feel your pain.
Yeah. So, cool, man. Well, thanks for inviting me on here. I only have a minute or two because I'm getting ready for it tonight.
Yep. Yeah, we know you're a busy man, and all of us will be there watching.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll be on
Ready, Set, Drone.
Ready, Set, Drone and my other channel, Side B,
Oh, okay.
tonight because of copyright strike thing I'm working on.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that, and glad to hear that you kind of have that somewhat settled. And
Yeah. And
I say, how's your mom making out up in Philly?
oh yeah, she's been even just a few days ago still going to the grocery store with no mask. I don't know what it is about older people. Sorry, Mitch, but my 77-year-old mother, she would tell me not to go out without a mask, but then she goes out without a mask. So.
Oh man, even I got a mask, but I don't go out. I haven't gone out much.
Yeah, my sister is a doctor, so she sent her some hospital masks. So anyway, other than that, she's fine.
Good.
So is your mom's in Philadelphia?
She's in Allentown.
Allentown.
Yep,
Okay.
okay.
You know, I was born in Philadelphia, Ken.
Okay, yeah, I'm from Philadelphia.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I left Philly in 1966, about the time you were being born.
Yeah, I was in Florida in 1966.
I lived Coatesville, Westchester till 2011. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Where are you born, Art?
I was born here in Denver,
Yeah?
and I lived here till I was 11. Moved to Michigan, lived there for almost 10 years, and then came back to Colorado.
Do you know what time you were born?
I believe so. I think it was 8:30 in the morning.
What about you guys?
7:46 p.m.
Ron?
Having a clue.
You know, it's interesting how many people actually know the time. I was born at 4:04 a.m., and for as long as I can remember, I call my mom at 4:04 a.m. Yeah,
Nice guy.
yeah. Well, if I did it 1 year, so many years ago, and it became a tradition. And if I don't call her, if I call her a couple minutes late, she gets worried. So
Oh,
yeah. I say thanks for being my mom. You know.
so Ken, you were born at somewhere near Cape Canaveral, right?
Yes, in Cape Canaveral. That's
Okay.
where I was
Yeah.
born.
That's where I live right now, Ken.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I live in Melbourne, Florida. It's just right there.
Okay,
on the
I don't
Space
know
Coast.
what the
Yeah,
name of the hospital was. Maybe Cape Canaveral Hospital or
yeah.
something.
It's Cape Canaveral Hospital. It's right on the causeway between Cocoa Beach and Cocoa.
Okay. I do
Yeah.
remember that my mom told me that the doctor who was delivering me wanted to induce birth because he didn't want to be late for his golf game the next day.
That sounds about right. You know, my daughter was born in that hospital. My
lot of good
granddaughter,
people.
rather. My granddaughter was born in that hospital.
A lot of good
Not my
people
daughter.
come into the world through that hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, where are you, Art? Is that a set? Do you actually have a grand piano?
No, this
Don't-
is a green screen.
Okay, because I can't tell. That's really good. I can't tell on this small phone whether you're in a fancy hotel or.
Got my piano here, my Steinway, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Art, don't tell everybody. Let them.
Thanks, man.
You know. If everybody asks me if that monkey behind me is real, I say, of course he is.
Yeah. Yeah, Art, just tell people, yeah, my channel's doing really well.
yeah, there you go. YouTube can make millions at YouTube.
Awesome.
I mean, look at Ken. Yeah, Ken. He's making big.
Oh, wait, where are you? Are you up there? You're up there.
Yeah.
And then we got Ron and then Mitch right there.
Mhm.
Ken.
Yeah.
There you
What
go.
is this? Is StreamYard?
Yes.
How many people can you bring in on a StreamYard thing?
Well, I could do 6 people on here, and if I pay for it, I could have, I don't know how many.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
20,
there.
maybe something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, how much is it, you think?
It's free. If you use it less than 20 hours of live streaming a month, it's free.
Huh.
And I use it for my live streams too, Ken. And interestingly enough, I use OBS Studio, and that's what you're seeing is my OBS Studio in my window. So I can tell StreamYards that my camera is the OBS virtual cam.
Oh.
So in my windows, I can change my scenes. I can do everything that you can do from broadcast
Yeah.
software.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
so-
the way Wirecast works with a virtual
Yeah.
camera.
Yep.
I'm
It's
actually
for us
editing,
poor.
editing a video right now of I went to Walmart with a N95 respirator and gloves on. I just
Yeah.
wanted to see how many people were following the rules, and I seem to be like 5%. I mean, nobody was wearing masks, but here, I don't know if you can see. There I am. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a video I'm working on. I haven't had much chance to fly around lately.
So, Ken, you were born during the Gemini program.
Yeah, I think maybe not on the day, but the day after something, another rocket went up for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I used to follow all the Gemini flights and the Apollo flights, and when they landed on the moon, that was like the big deal around our house.
Oh yeah, I was 3 years old when they walked on the moon. Unless you don't believe that we actually walked on the moon. But what's interesting is when you hear the actual astronaut talk about Gemini, they call it Gemini. Have
Yeah.
you heard them say Gemini?
Yeah,
Like Gemini Cricket? But I don't know. Hey, if you're an astronaut, you can call it what you want, right?
hmm Hey, and
Is
we
that-
got Jeff Sills.
Is that Jeff Sills?
Yep.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff, you're
Trying
muted.
to
There
sit
you
here
go.
and fix this background stuff, but it's not letting me do it.
There you go. Looks good.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the sun is right there, and I can't do a thing about it. So sorry about that.
Well, I think we're going to max it out with Steve.
Holy cow.
Carpenter.
Well,
Who's
I mean,
that?
it's 2 years for art, so I had to come in here and say
Hello, Ken.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Hello. Hello. It's so small. Hello, Steve. How you doing?
Good. Steve Carpenter. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Mitch. Ron again. Art.
How you doing,
congratulations.
Steve?
Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And Jeff, thanks for
Put
popping
it in the
in.
bin right now.
Yeah.
You'll have to pardon me. I've got a whole house full of kids where my wife got a brand new kitten, so we're cat sitting, and my son's trying to bring it in here, and I'm like,
my God.
"Ooh."
I mean, you can hear the kids, the bird, the kitten, Jeff's coughing. It's a wonderland of sound over there.
Oh yeah. I live on mute, so I just wanted to, That's the reason why I figured I would just come in and say hello and congratulate Art for doing what he's done for the past 2 years. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Because you got this channel, you got your political channel, so just have a blast at it, sir, and keep knocking them dead.
And there's another guy that I would like to invite in to wish you a happy 2-year anniversary. If I can bring him in, would you mind?
No,
I brought somebody in. Yeah, let me just go ahead and bring him in. Oh. It's that guy.
Now that's funny. That's funny.
All right, Art. Well, I got to get back to editing and doing stuff for the show tonight, but congrats, buddy.
Well, thank you very much for coming in, Ken. And you have a good
and
one.
I'm gonna get before these kids start screaming their heads off, but I will definitely be watching in the background. So congratulations and safe travels to all. See y'all later tonight.
Thank you very much,
Good to
Jeff.
see you, Jeff. Take
Bye.
care.
Hey, Jeff.
Take care. No,
Well,
right.
Elvis has left the building. So how are you, Steve?
I guess Ken decided he wanted to come
Oh,
back.
he's back.
Hey, I hit something when I grabbed the phone. I didn't mean to hang up like that. I didn't mean to be so abrupt, but I'll see you later. This is so weird. All right. I'll see you. Bye, guys.
Take care, Ken.
All right. Bye.
That's funny.
All right. Well, Rodney, he wants to jump in. I will send him a link.
And I haven't been paying attention to the chat very much, but hi to everybody in the
Yeah,
chat.
Jeff.
Got a big crowd here today, Art. You ought to have an anniversary more often, you know?
Yeah.
20 people out there.
Yeah, wow. And all the heavy hitters, you know.
Yeah.
Rodney, I sent you a link over at Facebook on the private message. So,
How many subscribers are you up to?
I am at 1,363.
Oh, good. Good.
Wow.
Yep. Got to get those watch hours up.
You're getting there, though, aren't you? You're getting there. Good.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's like
Well, you gave me an opportunity here to get set up early for my live stream tonight.
There you go.
So I'm all ready to go now that I got everything turned on and set up.
Wonderful. You got any more videos on my FPV drone?
Oh, no, I just took it out and did that one line of sight flight, but we're kind of housebound number one, and that's too much of a drone to really go fly an FPV in my neighborhood here. That
Yeah.
I can fly the little whoops maybe outside, but that's about it.
Right.
And then it got windy as hell. It started to get windy right in the middle of that flight. I mean, when I took off on that test flight, it was fine. And when I was trying to land on the landing pad, all of a sudden it was blowing all over the place. And it's gotten worse. Today we've had gusts of 25 miles an hour, so not a good flying day.
Everybody seems to be getting wind. It's nasty out here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, March is a month late this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But it works. It flies nice. And on a 3S, Art, we're going to talk about it tonight on my show. But it's not going to be the fastest, most powerful thing. But that's the last thing in the world you would need anyway. So it worked out pretty good. I'm surprised.
Cool. What I'd like to do is put a GoPro type camera on top of that. Then that way I could use the FPV to kind of point it in the right direction and use the camera to video and maybe I could get some cool looking cinematic stuff.
I want to see you fly it through the open arm on that grand piano and come out the other side.
Yeah. Art. Let's not be too ambitious.
Okay.
At this point in your FPV career, you got a long way to go and a lot of practice before you're going to want to risk a GoPro
Right.
breaking the hell out of a GoPro, putting it on a race drone.
Well, I got some SJ cams, and they're not very expensive.
Well, I'll say what I said again. You got a long way to go before you risk breaking an inexpensive SJ cam, putting it on your drone. Yeah. But it's no problem because all you need, if you look at the top of this thing right here,
Yeah.
it's got a flat top.
Right.
And all you need is a 3D printed thing, and you tie wrap it down, and you stick the camera in it. So it's already made. It's ready for a camera to mount on top. But
Cool.
I wouldn't do that until I was. I still, even at this stage of my flying,
Right.
will not put my $400 GoPro Hero 7 on a drone.
Yeah.
I use the cheap Run Cam $100 cameras. Yeah. So it's easy to break them. It really is.
Yeah. Rodney, I sent you another link. Hopefully that one will work for you.
I sent him too. So
Okay, great.
we'll double team him.
There
We'll get
you
them on.
go.
We'll get them on here.
We've got Kevin Fortner, Jim, Above and Beyond,
Hey, Jim.
Drones, Floyd Vincent. All right. Cool. Let me go over here. And we'll do that. And all right, yeah, 20 people were watching. Wow, cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Awesome.
So how's everything out in California, Steve?
Raining.
Raining. That's
Raining.
good. I don't know. Has it been dry out there? It's been dry here in Florida.
No, actually, we've had some fairly good rain. It's not too heavy, but it's this week we've had. Well, let's put it this way: in the last 10 days, we've had almost 6 days of rain.
Well, there he is.
There's Rodney Bell.
Good
Oh,
afternoon,
there, I'll show
Rodney.
you right there. That's what we got coming in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're sending it my way.
Well,
Steve.
you're not going out anyway, so what's the difference, huh?
Yeah.
It's not.
Better you than me, Steve.
Well, yeah, there we go. Now put it in motion. You'll see it. It's going to get worse, but hey, we can use it all we can get.
Yep.
Keep there till past tomorrow morning till I get to work.
Hello, Rodney.
Hello, Steve. Hello, Mitch. Hello, Ron. Hello, Art.
Sir.
Hey, Rodney.
Yeah,
Well-
that first link you sent me, brother, was a link to one of your videos.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were trying to trick me into watching it.
He was.
I gave you a thumbs down and left.
Serves him right.
Yeah. Not just kidding, brother. Just kidding. How you guys doing today?
Good.
We're doing pretty good. It's a little cooler today. We're supposed to be really nice and warm, high of about 70 to 72 tomorrow. And then Sunday, the high will be 30 degrees with snow.
Wow.
Yep.
Mother Nature
Wow,
needs to get back on her meds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees here today.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. From what I hear, the cold will kill the virus.
I thought it was the warm.
Warmth, heat.
Is it the warmth? Oh, the heat.
Warmth.
That's right. That's right.
Time. Yep.
I'm sorry. I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a whopping 53 degrees here.
Wow.
Still better than like that.
Wow.
It's, we've already received almost 2 feet of snow in our local mountains, what they call the San Bernardino Mountains. Almost 2 feet of snow there. So Rick is saying, I guess it's clear up by him up in Sacramento area.
Right.
That's because you sent it all down here, Rick.
Well, you don't think he's going to keep it, do you, Steve?
What's that?
You don't think he's going to keep it?
No, he's going to kick it down my way, and then I kick it off onto Art and to Ron, and we keep on setting it up north.
Then we're going to keep it down to Mitch.
Well, just don't send any out this way, okay?
Yeah, we're not going to get it. We've got a cold front coming through. We're supposed to go down to the mid 70s, I think, tomorrow, and then within 3 days it'll be back to 90 again.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
Jim knows.
It's
Jim's-
53 degrees here.
It's 76 here,
Yeah, I'm running the stupid air conditioner. It's crazy.
but it's really windy too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was windy during your walk, that's for sure.
yeah, and Steve, by the way, that camera Fi died just as I was rounding the corner on the home stretch there. That's when it died.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I got back live again after that.
Right.
Sat on the front porch for a bit.
Mhm.
And that's right. I was on for the two of them, and then I didn't get onto the third one.
Right. And I walked a 1.15 miles.
Good for you.
1.15.
Wow, that's terrific, man. Good for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the second day in a row I've walked more than a mile.
So I'll bet you feel a lot better now than you did before you had the surgery. I mean,
Oh,
do you-
I feel 180 degrees out from what I felt like before.
Right.
I don't get winded as quick. I'm got a lot more energy.
Yeah.
oh, that's great. That's
Now, if I
great.
could just shake this pain every time I cough or sneeze, I'd be all right.
Well, you
yeah.
got a lot of healing to do yet, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, I am, and Ron will understand this. I'm officially out of the tube today.
Mm.
Oh,
And Steve knows it too.
Yep.
In case you don't know, when you have bypass surgery, they
Yeah.
tell you have to live your life in a tube for at least 6 weeks. So
Oh.
you can't do this,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
like can't do any of that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll end up with an alien ripping open his chest. And
Yeah.
I think Ron fell
Yeah.
asleep.
No, I was just reading an email. Got back and forth to work.
So, but yeah, so today I'm officially out of it.
Oh, wonderful. Great to hear.
Take
Oh,
the
yeah.
truck for a ride. That's a nice truck, Rodney.
It is a nice truck,
Yeah.
but then you and Steve already know that. I mean, you got
Yeah. Yeah. I told you we take good care of it.
well, I'm sure Drone Bum passed it on to you guys.
Mhm.
Paul had it nice and shiny and waxed up before he handed it over. So
I knew all about that EcoBoost power. I probably should have warned you about that.
Yeah, I tell you what. When I was able to drive again, and up to this point, I drove it for 1 day before I went into the hospital.
Right.
But I never passed anybody when I was driving it. But when I started driving again, I was heading into the base, and I went to pass this car, and I tromped the gas like you do to get it into the passing gear, and I almost lost control because it just went boom. I was around the guy before I even realized what was how. I was still trying to control the vehicle. Scared the daylights out of me. Woo.
Be diligent in rotating your tires on that truck, Rodney. I forget. I think it was the Pirellis I had on there one time. Those things didn't hold up. Even the guys at the tire shop told me, said there's so much torque in that truck. You'll watch your tires will wear pretty quick.
Well,
So be
yeah.
diligent in rotating them.
Another time I was at a stop sign, and it was my time to go, so I punched the gas, and I guess I punched it a little too hard, and I spun the tires.
Easy there, Speedy.
I know. And here all this time I've been calling Fly Natural Speedy because he got a ticket going to Spin Up.
Oh, really?
He's not here to defend himself, so I'll talk.
he got 2 tickets going there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
Really?
That's
Holy
right.
cow.
Oh man.
That's not good.
Well, Ronnie, I probably need a step ladder to get up inside your truck there.
Yeah, probably. I almost need a step ladder.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm really amazed because I can actually step into the truck. I put my right foot on the floorboard and I just pull myself right on in.
Yeah.
My wife, she has to climb up on the running board and get in that way.
Right.
So, but yeah, we would probably have to build you a lift.
Put a little elevator in there. It'll go up, and then you'll be able to just go straight in.
Arch use only.
Yeah.
Steve, I told Art he comes up to South Dakota. I'm gonna take him fishing and hunting prairie dogs. We'll put him in the 4-wheeler.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you'll like that.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
like-
that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hold on for dear life, Art.
Yeah. Yeah.
My son-in-law has a 4-wheeler, and he took me, my wife, and my ex-wife out for a ride in it. And we were there because my daughter was graduating to become an RN, and he took us out for a ride in it and got it stuck.
Oh boy.
He went down. There's this gully, and he went down in the gully, but he didn't realize that on either side of the gully was about 1.5 foot embankment, straight up.
Oh yeah.
So when he got down there, he couldn't
Oh, nice.
negotiate it.
The other day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Was that you and Nancy, Ron, that was in there the other
Yeah,
day?
we got seriously stuck for about an hour
Oh yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
How did she enjoy that?
Oh, she loved it. Absolutely
Okay.
loved it. Yeah. And she remained calm during the stuck part.
Well, cool. Steve, I just want to say something. Steve, you're going to have to, your mic is a little high. Yeah, I'm hard of hearing and you're blasting me out.
I'll see if I can make some adjustments, but I can't on this web mic.
Oh, I see.
And I don't know why. It's only been the last 3 days. Something happened that all of a sudden it's hot for some reason.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a USB connection.
Oh, okay.
Let me
Are
see.
you on a PC or a Mac?
PC?
I'm on a PC.
No, I'm talking to Steve.
Oh,
PC.
PC. Hang on, let me see if I remember how to do this.
You should be able to open the mixer and adjust your mic.
Yeah.
mhm.
If you go into the system settings, into sound, there should be a slider in there. So click on the window down the lower left. Go into the settings, the gear icon. First one in the upper left says system. Click on that. Then over on the left, click on sound, and you should see master volume. And then, well, there's one here that says test your microphone, but I don't see a volume slider for it.
I'm over on microphone and I don't see a volume slider on it.
Yeah.
What kind of webcam is it, Steve?
Logitech. I'll just talk a lot quieter.
There you go.
Or sit back.
I'm already 3 feet away.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Oh man.
So I guess you guys heard the big news. There's going to be a Mavic Air 2.
Yes.
Really?
Yep. Yep.
So is that the one that the pictures were of that we were all contemplating on what it was, or is this something completely different?
I think so. I saw it on Droning On. That's Ash's. And he beat Bill by several minutes to get the scoop on the Mavic Air too. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what it looks like, what the the functions are, if it's going to have a little better camera, it's going to have more flight time. That's the other thing I'd like to know is the flight time.
Rodney's FPV flying. Look at him.
Check that wind out.
Yeah.
There was a notification that came out real early this morning.
Yep.
Well, actually, last night it came out. FCC notification.
Aha.
Now, I heard a rumor that DJI was going to stop doing business in the United States. Is there any truth to that? Has anybody heard?
I never heard anything like that. That would be 80% of their business, I think.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear that they're going to stop doing business, but I did hear they might shut down the what is it, the California facility, Steve? You have one out there?
Oh,
How many?
that's what it is. Okay.
We have one in California, New York, and is there one down near you, Rodney? The facility?
Not that I know of. Andrew says to ask Claude. I'll have to do that. I think that's where I heard it.
Yeah.
So I also noticed something else, and somebody asked a question about it.
Bill says they've already stopped.
Is that because of what's going on, or the current situation, or is it some other reason? I wonder.
Yeah, good question.
Bill said it was the repair shop. It looks DJI USA has stopped. All repairs will go back to China. So it may just be their repair shop.
I see.
Got it.
I know the government stopped, or any, shall we say, military or law enforcement agencies stopped the purchasing of DJI drones.
Well, I know Jim just sent his one of his drones to California here a week or two ago for repairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Rick says he hears they're going to close all U.S. stores.
Wow.
Wow.
And Bill Thomas says the new Mavic will be the last commercial drone. Everything after this will be the last consumer drone. Everything after this will be commercial. Huh.
Wow.
Huh.
Well, that's kind of a big deal for the drone community.
Yeah, because one of the largest shopping centers that we have up around here, it's called South Coast Plaza, and right on the back side of it, in what they call they call it the backside, but there is a DJI store actually in one of the units there in the mall.
Wow.
You have one in Denver, don't you, Art?
Yes, we do have a store here in Denver. I think there's one in Denver, and I think there's one in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Besides all the Apple stores carrying their products. But I mean, it's an actual DJI store.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see how they would do enough business in one of those stores to cover the overhead. I mean, you don't sell drones in the numbers that you sell cell phones.
Yeah.
Or Mac computers.
Well, maybe it's an experiment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't they had a store in Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they? Years ago, I think I saw something about that. That DJI had a store in Manhattan. But
So I wonder if they'll stop sales in places like Best Buy or, anywhere else like that.
I wouldn't see why not. That's a big seller for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just don't make sense.
I mean, even Costco was selling the drones.
yeah, now is that drones or they'll still sell their cameras and everything? I would imagine. You're just talking about drones here, or all of their sales?
No, they'd only run certain specials. Like the last one that they had out was the Air, which was at the end of last year.
Mm.
But I know they had the Osmo Action on sale during the holidays.
Wow, Bill Thomas is just a wealth of news here today.
Oh,
What he
he's
says.
got a lot of stuff.
Amazon backed out of the commercial drone. You mean all of that hoorah about Amazon and their drone deliveries? They basically just said, never mind.
Yeah, boy, we'll have to get our socks the old-fashioned way.
Maybe UPS and FedEx will back out of it and the FAA will leave us alone.
Yeah.
I never thought it was very practical anyway.
Hello, Gareth. Very, very nice live stream he had there, sir.
Yes,
Live
a good one.
streaming his sunset from Ireland here just a little bit ago.
Cool.
Cool.
Fly High Ireland is who I'm speaking of. For those who don't know, Gareth.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I've never seen his channel.
Speaking of channels, somebody brought this up. I think it was on Garrett's channel, actually, that if you hit the 3 buttons to the side, you can no longer go to that person's channel.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. You're right. I just did that in a pop-out chat. Now I'm wondering if you can do it in the regular chat.
Nope.
No.
No, they removed it. Yeah, I saw Spike the other night was fooling around with that, and he couldn't figure out what was going on.
They didn't remove it. They're having problems with all their servers. They are so overloaded. YouTube had never expected the volume of people coming on and the amount of content being loaded and the amount of live streams. They never thought it would be possible.
Wow.
Happening right now.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds logical, and kudos on them because it's still working.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, this is definitely taxing their systems to the max.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Well, but this is important. This is Art's 2nd anniversary.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. So,
Well, because he's not one of the sniveling celebrities out there that started up a YouTube channel, so they're giving him priority.
Hey, hello to Ron Levesque.
Oops.
Yeah. And John
Bizzo, John.
Yeah.
Andrew asked earlier who had the monkey, and I replied to him that.
Oh, that was Andrew asking it.
Yeah, I had the monkey. It's really funny how many people think that monkey is real.
Yeah.
It's in fact, I'm just going to do my next live stream like this. I was thinking today, just for fun, that I'd try to put a mask on the monkey.
There you go.
But it would be kind of hard to do with the monkey turning his head around and all.
Yeah.
That would have been a real animation project, so I decided not to. But I thought that'd probably be pretty funny.
Well, you were talking about the monkey last week when I had the comedians on my show. They actually thought I was living large.
And if I were you, I wouldn't tell anybody otherwise, Art.
Art, that looks so real.
It
Yeah.
really does. Yeah.
Just think we could go with that story that used to be a concert pianist, and yeah.
Yeah, see, and people would believe you then because you got that concert piano behind you.
It's your story. You can make it as big as you want.
Mhm.
And if you had a video of that with somebody walking around back there, it would even be more convincing.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Andrew, I think some of the problems that we're seeing here is part of a slight crashing problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because stuff is taking forever to get loaded, and then they had to cut back everything to 720. So unless you are purposely forcing up a higher resolution video, it's only going to be at 720 instead of the 1080.
Right.
I was wondering that video I uploaded yesterday. It's like, why did it only go to 720?
Yeah.
Now, will it stay that way, I wonder, or will, when things clear up, I don't know.
It may take a while, and I know Jim had on his show all that good information about how long to wait. You know, put it up for 2 2 hours unlisted so that the servers can recognize it and the analytics will pick it up and then go ahead and make it live. So it's sitting up there and it gives the system a chance. But with everything going on with my connections that I have, a company that they deal with social media, they're the ones that are giving me all this information. Like as soon as they find out something, my friends let me know what's happening up there and what they're finding out, because they deal with the social media aspects of all the Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, but YouTube and everything for some major corporations. So they have the know. Hello, Jody.
Yeah, hello, Jody.
Yeah,
Andrew said the monkey fooled him. He thought the monkey was real.
It really does look real.
Well, it's a 1.5 minute video loop of a real monkey. So, in that respect, it's a real monkey. It amazes me that whoever shot the video and put it in front of a green screen got the monkey to sit still for 1.5 minutes like that.
Well-trained monkey, I guess.
Yeah. I've become kind of attached to that monkey. Virtual pet.
Yeah.
You call him Spank? The monkey?
Spank the monkey. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to you guys. Yeah, appreciate that. Had to like name the monkey deal on one of my live streams, and that's what we came up with.
Yeah, it does. He does look real, Andrew. He does.
I got a sound effect here.
And that's the one you don't want to play when you're closing out your show.
I do that. I that's how I close my show now. I say good night, Spanky, and then I go to him big and play that sound effect. Show business, guys.
Yeah,
Show
that's
business.
right.
Yeah, big time. Professional show business.
So, speaking of sound effects, Mitch, what do you use to generate your sound effects?
I've just got an app on a tablet.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It I don't know if you can see it, but let me get my side view going here.
Right.
Right here is a tablet. It's an old Android tablet that I have, an old Google.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it's an app, and it's got here. Let me. The name of the app is Hundreds of Buttons. It's called.
Yep. I have that on my tablet.
And it's got literally 500 or so different sound effects, and then you can actually pick the favorites that you like,
Right.
and put them in a screen. Otherwise, you'll be looking through the stupid thing all day long. And you can also change the size of the buttons.
Right.
I've got them fairly small, but so I got a page full of favorites here that I use. And,
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
it
I'm
works
thinking
out
about
pretty
getting
good.
one. My daughter bought me a Yeti mic,
Oh man, pretty cool.
and so I'm going high tech now. All I need to be like the other, like Lloyd and Art and you and other people, be able to do sound effects.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to need some kind of way to get the sound into the stream. And,
Yeah,
I've got a mixer.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a mixer here that I use that I can mix up my music and the different microphones and all that.
Got it,
Is
Steve.
that it?
Yep, that's it. Mhm.
Rodney, you're going to start making bodily function sounds on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is on iOS. This is not an Android. So this is on Apple.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have all the there's some certain obligatory sound effects. You need this. You need this. Once you got those, you don't need anything else.
I'm not too sure about the bodily function sound.
Well, if you want to be on with Lloyd Mendenhall, you better have them.
Or Mel. Yeah.
Or melt. Well, that's that's a common
Yeah.
bond that the two of them have.
Hey,
But there's
Peter,
there's some really funny stuff on there. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll be hysterical with some of the stuff that's on there.
we got
Peter
Peter
Carroll's in
Carroll.
the house.
Yeah, he's in the
Peter,
house.
hey Peter,
Let's
how
see,
you doing?
it's about 4 a.m. down there, depending on what side of Australia he's on.
Well, no, it's probably more like 7 in the morning. I think if he's on the East Coast,
He
in
is
Melbourne, in Sydney, somewhere in Sydney. Or in that area.
15 for me. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably about 7 a.m.
It's 5 a.m.
5 a.m. Oh, okay, because it's 4 here in the East Coast of Florida right
Yeah, and it's 5:55 in Brisbane, and he's on the other side. He's on the western side of Brisbane somewhere,
Oh, I
now.
mean, I'm
Nearly
thinking
6 a.m. There you
or
go.
nearly 6.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. Ah,
Almost 6 a.m.
okay. Now we gotta wait for Greg to come up.
Boy, you guys are way ahead of me.
Mm.
I'm just coming on 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm at 2. Rodney's at, and Mitch are what?
3, almost
2?
4.
He's almost
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're Eastern time, 4 o'clock,
Yeah,
coming up
you're
on 4
4
o'clock, and I
o'clock,
got
It's almost 2 p.m. here.
yeah, and I got in 2 hours I do my little deal on Thursday. You're right, a lot of live streaming going on. With
Yeah.
this,
I've gotten 7 notifications of people going live stream. It's like
yeah, I
going
got
out.
Rodney's notification 3 times, but I was in the middle of a project I was working on and I couldn't break away. So
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, Philippines is 14 hours difference here in Denver. So let's see. It is about. It will be 4 a.m. pretty soon here. Yep.
Guys, I gotta continue getting ready for tomorrow.
All right, Ron. Thanks for jumping in.
Yeah,
And
thanks for having me on, Art.
good to see you, Ron. Stay safe, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, be safe, brother.
I'm heading out the door at 3:30 tomorrow morning.
Oh
Whoa.
boy.
Ouch.
Wow. And what time you got to be at work?
8, but I drive real slow the first hour. About between 3:30 and 4 I leave, and now it's starting to kind of get light a little bit. About 5 to 5:30.
Mhm.
So by the time I get my second cup of coffee, and then I start out of Sturgis down that 70, 80 miles of highway where there's no cars, I watch for the deer and kind of drive kind of slow.
Yeah, you
Daylight.
got to watch out for the deer and the elk and yeah.
They won't let you take the helicopter home, huh?
Yeah, for some reason they got a problem with that.
I don't know. Sometimes, if you work for the cops, they let you take the police car home at night. So why not the helicopter?
Yeah.
Well, that might be nice if he could fly it. You're not a pilot, are you?
No, but I know how to fly one.
Oh, well.
There you go.
Talk him into letting you take it home.
Yeah.
I've tried. Well, guys, you guys be safe. Good seeing everyone.
All right. Take
All
All
care.
right,
Ron.
take care, Ron.
All right, Ron, have a good one, brother.
All right, talk to you soon.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye-bye.
And then there are 4 of us.
Yep.
And,
Oh.
and there's going to be 3 of us pretty soon because I'm going to cut out here so I can do what I need to do
Yeah, that's right.
to get ready for my deal. I got to actually go on and create the thing. You know how you do it before you
Yep.
stream. You just create it, schedule it, send out the email and so
Yeah.
I
and
watched
then maybe
the
have a
video.
little dinner.
I watched the video you made about how you set up and all the things and the steps you do,
Mhm.
and I'm like, wow, that's got to
Yeah.
take at least 2 or 3 hours.
No, actually, I've got this thing. I've got it now. I can do it in 4 to 5 minutes. I can walk into this place with everything turned off and be sitting down in 4 to 5 minutes with no checklist. I've done it so many times now. So, and you have to do everything in a certain order too.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do everything in a certain order, if you open, for example, if you open OBS Studio before I turn on the capture devices for the cameras, then OBS won't recognize them. And in order to get it to, I have to go out of OBS and then back into OBS again. So,
Oh boy.
yeah.
Before you do run off, what kind of mixer do you have?
What I've got is I bought this a year and a half ago. It's a Zoom H6
Zoom H6
recorder. It's actually a portable digital, a 6-channel portable digital recorder that you can take out into the field, Rodney, and actually record audio. Like a lot of the guys do. They have the little Zoom H1, which is just a single channel one. I think Mel's got one and Ken Herron's got one where they just put it in their pocket rather than trying to rely on the audio that the camera's capturing. You're
Right.
capturing the audio of everything, and then you just sync it up in your video. And you'll see a lot of guys will clap their hands at a certain point, so they have a visual cue and a sound, so they can sync them back up later.
Right.
Right.
But being a 6-channel mixer with a USB connection to the computer, 6-channel recorder, you can also use it as a mixer. So I had the thing, and it cost $350, so I figured I better get some use out of it. So it works great.
There
Works
you
great.
go.
But you can buy a mixer for under $100. It'll
Yep.
certainly bring in anything. And then you have to deal with whether your microphones have XLR inputs, because most mixers have XLR jacks,
Right.
and not, at any rate, it works out pretty good.
Well, we got the other Ron.
Oh,
3X
hey, Ron.
Drones.
Hello,
How are
Ron.
you?
Ron Elliott from 3X Drones.
And you're muted.
You're muted. There you go. We still can't hear you. Turn your
Can't hear
mic
you,
on.
Ron.
No mic, no audio. No audio, Ron. It's off.
You're muted.
You're muted in StreamYards, but
Yeah.
when you unmuted in StreamYards, your mic was still muted. So
There you go.
Now, hear me now?
There
Hey.
you go.
Oh yeah, now we got you.
Good
All right.
job.
all
Not
right,
even sure what I did.
give you a round of applause.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Mitch, got a question for you. What do you use for your capture cards?
On my, I'm using my main camera is a Logitech webcam,
Right.
so don't need a capture card for that. That just plugs right in.
Yeah.
My side camera is also just an older, lower resolution webcam, but it works great for this because it's only 720 streaming anyway. And then on the camera that I have on my on here on my workbench,
Yeah.
I have a Sony video camera that has the HDMI out, and I run that into a capture card. It's called an Elikliv, ELIKLIV. It's one of the more inexpensive cards that you can get on Amazon, and then that converts the HDMI to USB for the computer. And I did a video about that card. If you go way back in my channel,
Okay.
you'll find it, and there's some links to the Amazon. And if you want to buy one and click on that link, I'll probably make 85 cents. So that'd make my day, man.
It's that one, right?
Yeah, HD Elikliv. Yeah, it's a little box and it gets hot, but it works great.
Yeah, because I was looking at the Elgato. Those things are
It's
expensive.
expensive. Yeah, and this thing works. This thing works fine for me. And the nice thing, that's it. That's exactly what I'm using. And the nice thing about this, LIV, ELIKLIV. And the nice thing about that, if you look at the picture, is because this is a video camera, it's got a whopper of a zoom lens on it. So it works great for this. And I got the little remote control here for the zoom, and I can press that. And if I'm doing a close-up or showing some soldering or something, I can zoom way in with this thing.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
No,
That-
when you
I mean, look at the at the
Yeah.
detail on that. Yeah, I mean, even a tiny hawk looks huge.
Mhm.
Where is it?
When
There.
you're doing your
Okay.
builds, that zoom comes in so perfectly clear.
There it is. Look how big the tiny hawk looks. So yeah, it works out pretty nice.
Steve, that's what I'm using at the church. Is that card?
What model is that?
It's
It's
the
ju-
cat. It just model E60.
Okay. Yeah, it's 100.
Yeah, what was it? $100? How much?
115 on Amazon.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It was
Yeah.
close to $100.
Right.
It works really well too.
Cool.
And for so that's up to 1080 for only up to 1080.
Yeah, and that's all. If you're going to be doing it for live streaming, that's all you need. Yeah, I see it here. E60, $115 on Amazon. Yeah. But I got a special deal with Amazon, so if you click the link in my video, you get it for.
No, I'll go to yours. I'll go to your video and take it. From
No,
there.
I mean I negotiated a special deal. It's normally $115, but if you click my link, it's going to be $125.
Oh. Gee, Mitch, the reason why I'm asking is I ordered a new 35 millimeter a DSLR digital SLR camera body, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my other one, which is 1080, which gives phenomenal resolution in its caption. I want to use it because I've got that the one I showed you before, my 70D.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to go ahead and use that, and then my new 90D that I ordered, which brings me into the 4K world for actual shooting
Right.
video at 4K, 60 uncropped, and then it's 32 and a half megapixel on for
Wow.
your photos. But the thing that is really cool is if you do, because I want to get it for time lapse. The time lapse, when it shoots in cameras, you've got all these individual pictures. You can set it up in the camera. It sends it out as one file, not all those single images. You don't have to download all those images and then edit. It creates it right in the camera itself.
Oh, that's cool.
So you get one video file to download, and you're ready to go. And it gives you all the information, kind of like what you see on some of the action cams, where you put it in and you set it up for the time lapse.
Yeah, the GoPro does that for you.
It'll tell you how long the finished product and everything will be, just
Oh,
like.
that's neat. That's neat. Well, you can use that little capture card. It works with my GoPro.
Mhm.
My Hero 7 has an HDMI out, and I have a Sony A6000 had for 5-6 years, and that has and that works with it. So with that one capture card, I can use all kinds of different cameras. But I use the video camera because of the zoom, and in doing the build streams, having that remote control zoom is real handy.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I love it when you're doing the build and then you just go in and you just zoom it all in, and it stays so perfectly sharp.
Yeah, it's a good old camera. I've had it for, oh God, I've had it 10, 11. I got it in 2011, believe it or not. It's 1080p HD. It actually has a little hard drive in it. It was before they actually started putting memory cards. It's got a 256 gigabyte hard drive in, a stupid thing to record the videos. But it as a camera, without worrying about recording. I mean, it records great, but for web streaming, it's perfect.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and I had it, which means I didn't have to spend money.
That's the best part.
Yeah, way back when I bought it back in 2000, I remember it was $1,000 camera.
Wow.
Wow.
Now it's probably worth about 35 cents.
Hey, Ron, how's the weather there in Cleveland?
Actually, hasn't been bad these last couple of days. Been upper 40s, 50, but sunny, so not bad. Not bad
Okay.
for April up here at all. Not bad.
Now,
Hey,
Ron, you're a little hot. You might want to turn your volume down just a bit. There we go.
all right, I
We
just
have the
back up
same
a little bit.
issue with Steve, but he's sounding better.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never know. It said came in muted. I don't even know what I did to fix it. But
Scared
hey,
us.
Mitch. Hey,
Yeah.
Mitch. Well, I might have gotten one step closer to some FPV, and I got a pair of Fat Shark goggles.
Gargles.
Goggles. Goggles. So I got a pair of goggles now. Got them because they work with
Cool.
the Phantom. So we're getting there.
Cool. Good deal. Yeah. Bring them on. Get more FPV guys crashing into things.
It's eventually going to happen.
Oh, it's a fun. It's not for everybody, but it sure is. It sure is a fun deal. If you're willing, it's just a lot of guys are just going to get disappointed because it just takes so much practice, so much learning to keep that thing. You gotta pay your dues. But that's why the little tiny whoops, and you can use those Fat Shark goggles with one of the little tiny hawks and fly it around inside the house or outside and just get used to it. But no, it's a great. It's changed my the recreational part of my life. It's become my main hobby now. This FPV stuff. I love it.
Right on.
I love it. And on that note, I'm going to bug out and get ready for my live streams and save something to talk about. So,
All right. Well, thank you for coming in, Mitch.
my pleasure. You know that. Always.
Hey, Mitch,
always.
one more question before you leave.
Yeah.
Are you available during the day at all? If I wanted to give you a call, are you available?
Of course. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I want to try and start figuring out this controller I have,
Oops.
so I can start trying to do FPV. I mean,
Okay.
Brent Nunley sent me this really snazzy drone, but I haven't been able to do anything with it lately. So,
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, we can do it on the phone or on Sunday night. I'm always looking for something on my live stream.
Yeah, Sunday nights is I would rather if we could just do it 1-to-1.
Okay. All right.
I would learn better that way, because when when you got people asking you questions and everything on your show. So,
Do I have your phone number, Rodney?
I believe you do, and I believe I have yours.
Let me check and see here.
But I can text you before I actually give you a call.
Yeah. Wow. Look at all the. Yeah, I got it. I got it here. You know, ever since I got involved with all you guys, my list of phone numbers is absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
All righty.
No, I got news for you. If I start this FPV stuff, you can add another name to your list too.
Well, that was what I was really hoping for this Sunday night thing, because Joshua Bardwell, who everybody knows is the he calls himself the FPV. No, the guy's he's an encyclopedia, and there's no way that a guy like me, with what I've learned in a year, could begin to presume to be the authority that he is. But what I've learned in a year is more than helpful to guys who know nothing, because that's the what is the definition of an expert? Is if you know one thing more than the other guy, you're the expert. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that I could be helpful with that. Most of the stuff that's been thrown at me, the only failure I've had to date in helping is poor Rick Halber, man. We cannot get his drone connected to his computer for some reason. We were on the phone for an hour the other day. It's crazy. He's loaded all the. So we're still working on that, and we're going to continue. I suspect there either is a problem with his drone or the cable the wire, the USB cable that we're connecting, because he's not. You know how when you plug a USB device into your computer, it goes ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, his doesn't ding when he plugs any other USB device in. That usually is a driver issue, but we installed all the proper drivers that work everywhere else, and it still doesn't go ding. And that's why I'm thinking it's the cable or the drone. Now, if he had another drone there, or even just a controller, by itself, you can plug a controller right out of the box into the computer. It'll connect. We could find out real quick whether it's a hardware issue or software. But we're going to keep plugging on it. I'm bound and determined. We're going to get Rick. We're going to get Rick hooked up. So, all right, guys. I'll see you later. 6 o'clock. Come on, and we'll see you then. Art, happy anniversary again, buddy, and we'll see you next year, same time, same station.
Okay.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Alrighty. Yeah, I wanted to say hello to, I saw a new guy, Bud's Coins and Variety. Welcome to the show. Yep. What I wanted to talk about was there's another company that made a knockoff on the Osmo Pocket. What is that, a Femi? I think that's a Femi.
Yeah, I think it was the Femi. I think Ron Brown did a review on it. It actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, and I know it's Young 360 has a review, and I gotta go check that one out as well. From what I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about it.
I'm like just not enthusiastic about a Mavic Air 2. Like,
no,
just simply because it's just going to be 4K 60. You know what I mean? And they're going to price it at probably like $700.
Well, that's how much it is right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's, to me, you can get 4K 60 a little cheaper than that.
Yeah.
So there's a, what's the step between that and say when you get up into the Mavic Pros and stuff like that? To me, 4K 60 and even OcuSync, I think, should be standard in that thing, and it should be under 700, and it's probably not going to be.
Well, I don't know if you saw the controller. Yeah. It looks like it might have OcuSync or Lightbridge on.
I would hope at least.
Yeah, because that would be the thing that would get me to want to.
Yeah, and if you want me to pay a little more, give me OcuSync.
Mm-hmm. And also, possibly the battery life might be extended. Maybe instead of 15, 20 minutes, it might be 25, 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much should be standard these days, too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you got the Mini flying at 30 minutes almost, so.
Yeah. But the Mini is using a different kind of battery, though. It's not LiPo, it's
lithium ion.
Lithium ion, yeah. And welcome, Skies took my drone. Oh, I have to say happy birthday to Ed Myers. Love my drones. Today is his birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was out walking, I was doing a live stream, and he popped in there, and I was able to say happy birthday to him then. So, Eric Slocum, RC Crazy, was making fun of him on Facebook. Yeah, it's amazing how many people will make fun of you when you turn 60 or something.
Yeah, I just turned 60, so
that's a walk in the park. We know that, Ron.
It is.
That's a walk in the park.
It's actually even worse when you turn 40, because that's when you get the black balloons and stuff.
The black plates, the black flowers, the black.
Everything's black. I think that's the defining edge of old man is 40. So Ron, it looks like you might have a ways to go yet.
So 40? Oh no.
Ron's a young lad there.
Yeah, what are you, about 20, 22?
What? I think you guys might need to adjust your camera or something a little bit.
The camera's just fine. The glasses, maybe.
Yeah. No, I'm a lot closer to 50 than I am to 40.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Well,
I just turned 47. Actually,
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday, belated.
thank you.
You're a young pup.
You're still a pup. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good news, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Don't rush it.
So you were born 73.
Yes, sir.
I
Oh
think
my goodness.
I was
I was
in junior
stationed
high.
in Japan in 1973.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
You really are a pup.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it.
College.
I sure don't feel like one. Especially, I don't know about Art. Are you still working, or did they shut you down, or what? Are you
Yeah,
still?
we're shut down for
Yeah.
a while. It's supposed to start up on the 20th, and we'll find out.
Really?
Yeah.
So I've been lucky enough to work from home for about a month now. And I don't
Yeah.
see no sign of ending either anytime soon. So sitting in this chair all day, yeah, it's not doing me any good. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
How is it working at home?
You know, everybody said you'd think you'd like it. I hate it because even at work, I have a desk job at work, but I have a standing desk. I'll stand up, walk around. Just at home, I'm kind of in my office here, and I'm not moving around. I don't have the standing desk at home.
Yeah,
I don't know. It sucks.
everybody where I work that's working from home is having a hard time doing it because there are so many distractions,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and especially if you have kids.
hmm My kids are grown, so I'm not that big of young of a pup, but I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I mean, dogs bark. Someone's at the door. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of distractions. You're correct about that.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going back to work on the 16th.
Hmm.
And
On the 15th,
16th.
16th.
Yeah, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of the next pay period.
Okay.
So
A week from today.
Yeah. Yeah. My boss has been bugging me. He goes, you got to come back early, but I can't lift anything over 10 pounds. Well, that's okay. All you got to do is supervise us.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, I can do that.
Pick that up over there for me and bring it over to here.
Now it's gonna be like now and take your 1553 card and insert it into a PCIe slot very gently, and then type it down. Trouble.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Hello, Mel.
Hello, Mel. and
With
then
a capital T.
but I can do all the test. I can do most of the testing and stuff because that's just enabling applications and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they need me to get back because we're so behind. We had a big purchase by Japan that we had to get out,
Right.
and it's behind. But given the circumstances, I mean, nobody can complain. Or at least in my opinion, they can't. But anyway, we've got other projects we got to get worked on too. So, and unfortunately, I'm the only guy with all the knowledge.
Right. Hey, Mel, I just emailed you a link if you'd like to come in.
I seen you had Ken Herron in here earlier. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool of him to stop in, say hi.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was
That
cool.
was nice of him.
Yep. And we had Jeff Sills, too.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
Jeff Sills in
yeah,
there. I was kind of watching while I was still busy. I was actually still working, but I can do some things here and there.
Right.
And the dueling dolls on each side of the screen.
Yeah. I had my Ken doll here.
You know what, Art? That is how I found you. So I was watching Ken, and he did the little excerpt with you giving blood, and you had your little Ken doll,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of how I found Art. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Very
I remember
cool.
that one. Yep, I remember that one.
All right, Mel just got home, and he'll be in a bit.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Well, Art, I'm going to have to back out. I wanted to jump in to wish you a very happy anniversary, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Steve, and I'll see you on the other live streams. Say,
Yes,
say hi to Claude and tell him you had a good time over here.
I will. I'll tell him what he missed. Trust me, I'll tell him what he missed.
Tell him how to, open up that notification bell. He keeps saying he doesn't get any notifications.
That's another problem that's happening with a bunch of channels right now. One of them is Ray Kelly. If you go to his channel, the bell is grayed out with a line through it. If you click on it, it pops up and it says it's restricted for his channel is restricted for children as a children's channel, and it's not. And then we went over to who was it come up on? Somebody did it to Ron Lockwood's channel, and it did the same thing to him, but it wasn't doing it to me.
Wow,
so they're having some major problems out there.
Wow.
Guys,
I wonder if that's doing the same thing on my channel. Because I've had people complain about not getting notices.
Well, not getting notices, but I mean, the other thing is you weren't able to type in chat either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta set. I hope you're setting it. It's not for kids. Like you just every video you make is not for kids.
I do. I have it set that way.
Well, the thing is his is set not for kids, but it was still blocked.
That's
right.
Something wrong there.
Buds wants to know an entry-level drone for video and pictures.
Actually, I have one. Go ahead, Art. Let's see what you say.
I was going to say the Mavic Mini would be a good one to start, or a Tello. Tello would probably be the least expensive because that's under $100, and you're using your phone to fly it. That's a good one to get started on. To see if you like it, and you're not spending a whole lot of money. You could take video and photos with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you decide, hey, this might be something you want, then slide, go into a Mavic Mini or the Mavic Air, depending on if you want, how much money you want to shell out. Go ahead, Ron.
I was going to say, I think you should learn to fly a drone by flying a Walmart drone, because you're going to crash it. And you don't want to go spend $400 on a Mavic Mini and crash that thing in a day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you spend $1,000 on a drone, yeah, sure, a Mavic Mini is probably expendable to you. But if you're trying to get into it, you don't want to drop $400. So there's a couple out there. Like if you want like at least good picture is
SEMA 5C.
Yeah.
See, my first one was that thing right there. That was a HS 700. What the hell was that? Holy Stone. The problem with that, the picture was horrible because there's no stabilization. But there's a drone out there. It's if you've ever heard of it, it's the Unique Breeze. Breeze.
Yeah.
It's about $100. This thing takes pretty good video. But you could also fly it with a phone or a controller. So I would say if you're going to start, look around the $100 range because you're going to crash it. You're going to crash it. You don't want to be out $300-400, or you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm done with this hobby. Yeah. But when people say, what's a good starting drone? I tell them, I said, find this Unique Breeze. It's about $100 and it takes some decent video. You get it out in the sun and you get it up. It's pretty stable. It's video stabilization. It's pretty stable and it takes good video. So, and the thing about flying a drone is learning the controls.
Yeah.
So
it's going to make you a better pilot.
Yeah.
Also, if you're subscribed to my channel, I have a drone giveaway. Once I hit 1,500 subscribers,
it's probably not going to be that far. Not long.
Yeah. I've got a Tello drone that I'm giving away that's never been flown. It's never the box is still. It's never been opened, and I got it at one of those police auction websites. And so, if you want to go ahead, there's a couple videos ago where I talk about drone giveaway, and I'm bringing back trivia. I'm going to give away toffee, almond toffee, and on my Saturday live streams where the winner gets a box of and some almond toffee. So I don't think I'll be doing any more Star Trek or Star Wars trivia. Everybody was like, oh. So
I don't know. I think I'd take just about anybody in some Star Wars trivia.
yeah.
You have no clue the amount of Star Wars I watch.
Well, all right. I'll ask.
How were you the other night?
Episode 1 through 9. Don't none of that Clone Wars stuff, but episode 1 through 9, I can probably answer.
Okay, on Deep Space Nine.
No, that's Star Trek.
I know, but what show was it a ripoff of?
Deep Space Nine?
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek. I don't know. I don't.
No, it was another sci-fi show that was on at about the same time.
What, oh, Star Wars. They ripped Star Wars off of this? Or no? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's
TV
Star
it was a
Trek: The
TV
Next
show.
Generation.
It was a TV series, Ron.
It was Babylon 5.
Babylon 5. So, okay.
Mm-hmm. Because Michael Straczynski pitched his idea to Paramount just before Deep Space Nine pitched theirs. And they kind of said, I don't know. Yeah, we'll pass on. Then Deep Space Nine came along, and because it was part of the Star Trek franchise, they go, oh, yeah, okay, we'll go with that. And it turns out, if you compare the shows, they're very similar. They both have a space station, and they both end up having a war that they're dealing with, and you look at all the main characters are even very similar.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've never been into Star Trek. Star Wars, yeah, my whole life, but Star Trek, I just never got into it. Like, I know who's, like, you put Spock and Captain Picard, and that's about it.
So Ron, let me ask you this: Episode 4
Mm-hmm.
came out in 1977.
Yes, sir.
Did you go to it?
Did I go to? No, the first one. It's funny. The first one I actually went to the theater would have been Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
That was 83, I think. So
All
I'd
right.
only been 10 then.
Yeah.
How about episode 1 and waiting for 2.5 shows in line in order to go see the movie?
Boy, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? Yeah, 1,
Well,
2,
the
and 3
original
are not my
song.
favorites.
It
Yeah.
was episode 4, the original.
Well, okay. Oh, 4. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
The first movie is what
Yeah.
I meant.
The first movie. Yeah.
So, Art, again, thank you. Rodney, take care. Ron, take care. Everybody in chat, take care, and see you out on YouTube.
Have a good one, Steve.
Take care, Steve.
Everybody stay well. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All
There you
right,
go.
bye bye. You too. So, yeah, I went to see that. I went to see Star Wars when it came out. The ship I was stationed on we'd gone up to Vancouver, British Columbia, there in Canada, for one of their festivals or something. And me and a buddy of mine had been hearing about this new Star Wars movie, and we went to see it. And of course, episode 4 is A New Hope.
Yeah.
And in 1977, man, we were so amazed at the special effects.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then 20 years later, Lucas came out. Lucas Studios came out with the 20th anniversary edition, all digitally remastered.
Right.
They changed some of the special effects in there, and man, it was even better than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm I would love to have an original copy of the original Star Wars without the special effects. Like, that's how much you're right. I mean, he did this on a tabletop. Like, you know what I mean? The Death Star was a tabletop, you know,
Well,
and it still looked good for that. It still looks good today.
yeah, yeah. And today with, and he's the one, George Lucas, his studios was the one that basically that was the studio that basically developed computer graphics
Mhm.
for what it is today.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they did it through Star Wars and stuff. So,
Mhm.
and it's just amazing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah, and there'll be more coming.
Yep.
They're not done with that.
well,
Mhm.
I kind of hope not, because I'm enjoying it. I hear they're supposed to be coming out with a series on the Disney Plus channel with about
Oh, the
Obi-Wan.
Mandalorian.
No, this is going to be a series about Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
Right.
And I can't wait for the second season of The Mandalorian.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one, I haven't started that yet. I'm planning on definitely going through The Mandalorian.
It's interesting.
Wasn't that the car in Back to the Future?
That was the DeLorean.
Oh, okay. But there was a man driving the DeLorean.
Yeah. Oh,
See,
way to
I
go,
could be
Art.
like Ken too. I could be punny.
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid that one went over my head, though, until you...
There's another one of my favorite movies, Back to the Future.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good movie, too.
I think that's part of Ashley's assignment is to watch those movies because she's never heard of it. And Ken's like, Jaws? No.
There's very few movies where the sequels are as good or better than the original one. And
Right.
Back to the Future is one of those. Every
Yep.
episode of Back to the Future was just as good as the first one.
Yep.
Right.
And of course, Star Wars,
Well,
But-
yeah. When they did the prequels, those were they were okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jaws, when Jaws came out, and then
Yeah, and then they had
sequels
the
after that, the sequels just weren't as good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
No.
hmm Now, and the Star Trek sequels. Now, when they did the motion picture, and that was okay, but it was like, oh wow, they got the original cast, and that's what brought people together. Wrath of Khan was a really good one.
Yeah.
The one after that with the whales, that was okay.
Well, the one after the Wrath of Khan was The Search for Spock.
Yeah, that's
And then the Journey Home, the one with
Right.
the whales, that's actually my favorite one.
right.
Because it's pretty much all comedy to me.
Yeah, a lot of dated references and
Yeah.
and stuff like. I think he got high on LS or LDS.
LDS.
Yeah, yeah,
Double damn on you.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah, and some of the Next Generation movies were pretty good. The one where they went back in time to when
yeah, First
Definitely.
Contact.
First Contact, that was good. And then the one with the last one, trying to think. Oh, then they went into the remake where Spock went back into time because it was a Romulan that was ticked off because his family died when their son went Nova, and Spock went back to try to save them because he had red matter to re-energize the sun, and what it did is it screwed up the whole timeline, and that's where Star Trek was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't care for it. Yeah, but the thing about it that is now we've got Star Trek Discovery. It's on CBS All Access. And now we've got Picard. I'm kind of liking Picard. Discovery was just too different because the Klingons look way
Yeah.
different.
You know, it seemed like with every iteration of the Star Trek movies, the
Yeah,
franchise in total, the Klingons always looked different.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah, from the original series, they were humanoid looking.
Yeah.
But then you saw the next generation, they look different. And then you find out later when you watch Star Trek Enterprise, the reason they look different between the two series is because, well, the Klingons were altered genetically because of a mutation in a virus that was going around, kind of like the coronavirus. And the antidote was this uh, antibody, but it changed their appearance. And it wasn't until, I guess, a generation or two after that that they started looking more like they did originally.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. My third wife was telling me that there was, she couldn't remember exactly how they changed. They explained the change
Yeah.
in them, but it must have been like what you said.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but I finished watching all of Picard,
Yeah.
and that was pretty good.
Yeah. And it brought back people from Deep Space Nine. And let's see. No, they didn't bring anybody back from Voyager, but they did bring back some people from
Yeah, they brought back
Nixon.
Riker,
Yeah.
Riker and Diana.
Deanna.
Deanna, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that was about it.
Yeah. Mhm.
So,
Yep. So we're just waiting on Mel.
Sorry, I couldn't be a part of the Star Trek conversation.
well, that's all right.
That was definitely the sidecar on that one, man. Yeah, it's just
Anyway.
there's never, and it's strange too. Strange you like Star Wars and not Star Trek. I just never watched Star
like
Trek. I
them
don't know
all.
why.
Well, I like both Star Wars and Star Trek.
Mhm.
I mean, I was just thinking today. I was watching a Star Wars thing on YouTube. And I thought today, you know what? I think I'll just have a Star Wars marathon and start with Episode 1 and go all the way up through.
You know, this is I don't know. You can see how big of a Star Wars nerd I am. Every night before I go to bed, I put on Episode 4, and if I wake up and it's over, I put on Episode 5, and if I wake up and it's over, I'll start Episode 6. Every night I go to bed to Star Wars.
Star Wars nerd, aren't you?
Yeah, I absorb it at night while I'm sleeping.
So I went on deployment once when I was in the Navy. We deployed to the Mediterranean. And when I came back off deployment, my daughter had watched The Wizard of Oz. And she watched it. My wife was telling me she watched it every day while I was gone.
Wow.
And I was on leave after we got back, and I was sitting there and I was watching my daughter watching Wizard of Oz, which of course I love the Wizard of Oz.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you not like the Wizard of Oz?
yeah, really.
Yeah.
And but anyway, I noticed she was repeating it word for word, singing every song, mimicking the voices, and then she has become such a Wizard of Oz nerd. I mean, her house is decorated with Wizard of Oz stuff.
Right.
And there's some place in Kansas, I think it is, that has a Wizard of Oz shop.
Mhm.
They go up there every year. So
Wow.
but yeah,
Interesting.
I mean, I've seen Star Wars. Well, episodes 1 through 3, I've seen maybe 4 times. I've watched 4 times.
Right.
4, 5, and 6, the original 3, the original trilogy, I've seen at least 10 times.
Hmm.
And the newer ones, I'm just beginning to cycle through them again. So,
Right.
but I guess you could say I'm more of a Star Wars fan than I am a Star Trek fan, because
Right.
I've never been a Trekkie. I just like the shows. That's pretty much it.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't go to one of these Star Trek conventions and dress up.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't do the cosplay thing or anything like that. But I would like to walk through Walmart with a Darth Vader mask right now, but I think that'd be funny. The whole sound playing, the whoo.
I saw someone. They made a mask that looked like the face hugger from Aliens.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Ron, are you into fishing? You're right there off the Lake Erie there.
You know what? I had a boat now for 2 years, and
Right.
I like to fish. I'm not good at it. Terrible at it. But I used to bass fish all the time.
Oh,
Get out
okay.
on just a little pond boat and go
Right.
out there and catch bass all the time.
Mhm.
And then I moved up here. Like I said, I could see Lake Erie from my front yard. I got to get a boat. I got to get out there.
Yep.
So just this past year, and actually it's starting here in May 1st. I can get it back out into the water or into
There
the
you
dock.
go.
And walleye are
Yep,
huge
that's
up here
right.
because the lake level now is so high, you don't have to go out as far to get them. Used to be, you had to go 6, 7, 8 miles out
Right.
to get to where you get to like 75, 80 feet. And now you only got to go about maybe 2.5, 3 miles out, and you're 60, 70 feet already.
Right.
And so walleye are big right now. Used to be
Right.
perch. Perch was
Yeah,
huge.
that was the other thing I was going to ask you about.
We used to walk out of there, put 4 guys on a boat. We're walking out with 100 perch. You know, you can't find a perch now, but now it's walleye.
Yep. Yeah. When I lived in Michigan, my folks and we would go over to Windsor, Ontario, and there was a restaurant that had all you could eat beer batter perch. That was so
It's
delicious.
good fish.
Yeah.
They're not real big, but you catch.
No.
I think your limit is like 15 or 20 a day or
Yeah.
something ridiculous, or it used to be. I don't think it is now, but 2-3 years ago, they wanted you to get them out of there, catch them.
Yeah. If you could catch like 10, 12-inch perch, I mean, those were jumbos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crappie's pretty good eating too.
What is?
Crappie.
Yep.
Some people pronounce it crappie, but
Crap.
Crappie.
we pronounce it crappie in Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I always heard crappie.
Yeah. And they have those in Lake Erie and bluegill, of course, that's everywhere. Carp in Lake Erie. Lake Erie is the shallowest of the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
The deepest,
There's very few places that'll get over 100 feet.
yeah. The deepest spot I think is over 150 feet deep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Art, you fish for carp, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Do you eat them?
No, I haven't, but there is a Facebook page called Catfishing Carp Colorado, and I've seen some people cooking the stuff. and boy, I was like, oh, God, that looks so tasty.
Well, I love fried catfish, but I'm not sure I could bring myself to eat carp. For some reason, they seem like a nasty fish to me.
Well, you gotta know how to fillet them, and you gotta know how to cook them. I have a friend down in Pueblo. He smokes them. He said he eats them like candy.
Hmm.
They have a lot of little bones in them, so yep. But up here in Colorado, I just saw a photograph this morning. Somebody caught a 28-inch common carp, and that's about 16 pounds. That's huge.
Those things are big and nasty to begin with.
Oh yeah, my goal this year is to try to break 15 pounds. If I catch a 20-pounder, that would be awesome.
When I was stationed out at Mare Island, California, there in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
we used to go fishing on the piers there for sturgeon.
Uh-huh.
You know
Yeah,
what a sturgeon
they
is?
have those in Lake Erie.
Those things are huge,
Oh yeah.
and a lot of them. This one guy, he caught a 96-inch sturgeon,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and they estimated it to be like 150 years old,
Yeah.
and it took him 3 hours to get it landed,
Wow.
and it was dragging his boat.
Yep.
oh.
So
You definitely got to throw those back, right? You don't keep
Yeah.
that, do you?
well, I don't know. I mean, I know that they use sturgeon eggs for caviar,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
so they might use them for that. But I don't think you'd want to kill a sturgeon if you're going to use their eggs
Yeah.
for caviar,
All right.
which is something else I don't think I could eat.
Yeah. Well, I've tried sturgeon, caviar, and I didn't care for it.
Yeah.
It really salty flavor. It could be the preservatives that keep the eggs fresh. I guess I don't know, but over there in Russia they eat what's called salmon roe, which is salmon eggs. That they eat those like caviar as well. Yeah. Mhm.
I'm not a caviar guy. I guess.
Yeah, they're expensive, and you have to have a taste for. Now I like escargot.
Yeah.
That's squid, right?
No,
I've had that.
No, that's snails.
Octopus.
And
What is
the
it?
cargo is snails.
yeah,
Snails. No, I have not had the snails.
Now I've eaten octopus tentacles and calamari.
yeah, calamari is squid. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Calamari. I've had that.
Yeah, I had. Let's see, spicy octopus when I was in Japan, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's where I was in. That's where I was at when I ate the octopus.
Yep.
Me and a buddy of mine was on a beach. We went to one of the beaches, and there's these Japanese college guys out there. They were cooking up, corn on the cob on the barbecue grill and the octopus tentacles, and they thought it would be funny if they brought us Americans these octopus tentacles.
Uh-huh.
So they could see the expressions on our faces, because most Americans wouldn't dream of eating octopus,
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, and I just scarfed down about 5 of them, and the look on their faces, it was totally unexpected.
Yeah.
And after that, we became friends. So,
Oh, wonderful. Now, when you were in Japan, were you at Sasebo?
no, I was actually, well, I take that back. The first ship I was on right out of boot camp went to Sasebo.
Right.
And then from there, I transferred about, in March of 73, I transferred from there to Yokosuka because I got stationed there with my father. My
Oh.
father was stationed in Yokosuka at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I managed to get father and son duty there in Yokosuka, and I was there for 2.5 years. So I was there from March of '73 to August of '75.
Wow.
Enjoyed every single minute of it.
Wonderful. Now, I went to Misawa, and then from Misawa, we went to Atsugi, and then Yokota, and then we went to Kadena.
That's right. You were part of that. You were part of a USO show.
Yep. And then we went from Okinawa, we went up to Osan, Korea, South Korea, and our last city was Kunsan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which was
Hey, Mel.
cool. Hey, Mel. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Mel.
You got
Hello,
turned on.
everybody.
There you go.
Hello. There, I can hear him.
Turn the mic on.
That would help.
Hello, Art, Rod,
Yep.
and Ron.
Nice to meet you, Mel. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
And so let's see. You got off early today,
No, about the usual time. It
Oh.
depends. It varies.
right? Right.
Yeah, it varies. Depends on how many runs I have to do for the day.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So today wasn't too bad.
Well, that's good. Well, let's see. You got Rodney and Mel wearing the same hat today. That's
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that.
good.
I actually wore it on my walk today.
Oh,
I've got the red one.
yeah. You've got
I've
one of
got-
the originals.
Yeah, and I've also got this one.
That's one of the original layouts.
Yeah, you sent me that. I sent you a T-shirt, and you sent me this back in return.
Yep. Yep. I decided on the next batch that I had made, I decided to have the stuff just go straight across.
Right.
The lettering.
Oh, going across the top.
Yeah, just have it go straight across instead of stack it like I did before.
Yeah,
What is that?
that's a mouse pad.
You know where that mouse pad came from?
No, where?
Let me see if I can figure out where it came from. I think I have a thing
A
for where
thing?
that.
You have a thing?
I think I have a thing
Yeah, it's a thing. Right.
that shows where that came from.
Uh-huh.
I know I have a thing. I just don't know where it's at. You
Ah,
know, when you got so many things, you can't keep track of your things.
yeah. Hmm.
Well, where in the heck is it?
Did that come from? Spring something other.
Teespring.
Teespring.
No,
Did
No,
it
I-
come from Teespring?
I don't use Teespring.
Okay.
Okay.
There. Okay, I found it.
Okay.
So now I'm going to put that up there.
Oh yeah.
That's where that's where the new round logo came from.
Uh-huh.
And that was inspired by Bob Casey, actually.
Oh.
Bob said I should put the Fly Smart, Fly Legal, Fly Safe on it.
Uh-huh.
So I originally did it across the top with the 400 AGL at the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Well, then I decided to make it round and make it look like that right there that you see at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that looks sharp.
that
I
was-
like the way that does that.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's the image. Then I decided to move all of those image pieces into After Effects and bring it to life.
Oh,
And this is what I came up with afterwards.
nice.
Yeah.
So,
That looks sharp. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
How long did it take you to build that?
In After Effects,
Yeah.
took me. It took quite a while. It took most of a day.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
believe it.
I'm not a wizard at After Effects,
Right.
so I had to go learn how to make the path, and then all of my text phrases, the hashtag phrases, are actually 2 layers. They're the red, the white, the blue lettering with a black layer on behind them, so it gives them a little border. Okay.
Right.
Well, I couldn't bring that image, that PNG file,
Right.
into After Effects and make it swirl around. I had to actually make the text in After Effects.
I see.
So what you see happening in After Effects is single color, red, white, and blue. It doesn't
Right.
have the black background. And then after it all comes to a stop and I pop in the 400 AGL at the bottom, that's when I pop in the full image with all the colors in it.
Oh, okay.
But if you
Okay. Cool.
that's not even the new one. That's the old one.
Oh.
After I actually should probably load that up into a clip.
There you
After Curtis Dart saw that, he
Right.
said, "That looks really cool, Mel. Why don't you make the hands move?" And I was like, "Yeah, just just
Yeah.
make the hands move. Like no problem,
Yeah,
right?"
just click the button. Hey,
Yeah,
just
there
click
you
the button and
go.
the hands will move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see
We
here.
started at
Coding,
0
what's
and
coding?
watch it goes all the way up to 400.
Yeah, but see, for Curtis Dart, that might have been
Yeah,
something that's real easy to do because isn't that his job? Isn't he a graphics designer?
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
Um,
he does do stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to. If I find the file, I'll share it. I'll show it here. Let me see if I can find it because I've got it done, and yeah, exactly. Is this it? Nope, that's
Yeah.
the one I got scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trouble when you have a 4 terabyte drive.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got okay. You got okay. What file is that in?
Exactly.
Is it under this file? That and then you find yourself going through each folder and then you go, oh, there's another folder, and it kind of reminds you of the beginning of Get Smart, where you got all the doors closing.
Pretty much.
Yep. Without that dun 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 dun.
Okay, that's the same thing. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
And I've played it. Let's see. I've played it. I know where it is. Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Wow, did you see that light bulb go off?
Yeah.
Where is YouTube at? There it is. Okay.
Down south it's called Y'all Too.
Y'all too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all
Okay.
too.
Yep. And that band from Ireland, that's Y'all Too.
That's the difference between a northern girl and a southern girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can. I'm going to move this over to this screen. and I'm going to set it so that, no, wait, what happened? Go back. There we go. Pause. Oh my goodness, there's so much to this. It's such a pain. The things I do for stardom. Okay, now share screens. Yes.
All right,
Yes.
Tomas, have a good evening there. Go cook up some
Window or
haggis.
screen share. Oh, which monitor is it on now? Hell, I don't know. Oh, I picked the right one.
There
How
you go.
lucky was that? Firefox cannot allow permit access to your screen. Permanent access. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, I believe it's being shared.
Okay.
So here's the all new version, okay?
Oh, cool.
Not only do the hands move to 400 feet, but the numeric
Counter.
Yeah.
moves, and it stays there for a few seconds and then goes. But I made every bit of that in After Effects.
Wow, that is cool.
Wow.
I can get rid of that ad, make that go away.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I can't. I thought I could. I should be able to. There we go.
There we go. Very interesting.
So that took another day
Oh, I bet.
because I had to take the artwork all apart, pull the hands out, repair the yellow ring around the center, and redo all that. And then I had to make hands. So those aren't the original hands from the original image because I had to remake them in Photoshop. So those became individual images. And then I had to anchor them at the center of the
Yeah?
Uh-oh.
Is that so?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Wow. He's good at just stopping like that, isn't
Yeah, you sure anchored it, Mel.
he? Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Hit refresh, Mel. Refresh. Well, guys, we've been it's been over 2 hours, and I don't want to eat up a whole lot of my StreamYard time. So if Mel does eventually come back, we'll
Oh, he's actually going. Oh.
well, I bumped him out because he's in the green room. He's just frozen. Unless it's he's gone now. All right, so we'll I want to thank everybody for coming to the live stream and celebrating my 2nd anniversary.
Congratulations, Art.
Yeah, congratulations.
And
keep it rolling.
Yep, keep on bringing more content. Hopefully, I'll find some more interesting places to fly. Not this shutdown. It's like it's kind of hard to because people. What are you doing out? What?
Oh yeah, I mean, the cops are beginning to stop people, and
yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so have a great evening, and I'll see you guys on some other live streams. And take care, and we'll see everybody over at Mitch's.
All right, we'll see you.
All right, Art. Have a good one, Ron. It was good seeing you.
Good seeing you, Rodney. Take care.
All right.
Everybody in the chat, have a great evening. Talk to you all later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Mitch, thanks for stopping in. Gives me some time to grab a little nap and then make dinner and then go over and watch Mitch. And thanks to Ken Heron and Jeff Sills for coming in early in the show. So everybody have a great evening, and we'll see you Saturday, 5 o'clock Mountain Daylight Time. That would be 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So everybody have a great evening, and keep them flying. All right. Bye-bye, guys.